like a Hellcat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do ammonia chapter. So first of all we will do the laboratory preparation of ammonia from ammonium chloride. So for reactants of this are ammonium chloride and calcium hydroxide. So a reaction will be NH4Cl plus calcium hydroxide and which will give you CaCl2 plus water and plus NH3 gas. There will be upward arrow also. Then this is the setup for it. You can see that reactants are finally grinded and taken in a round bottom flask fitted in a slanting position and mouth downward so that the water does not trickle, and if it trickles it will break down. So what happens is we usually do not take concentrated sulfuric acid, phosphorus pentoxide and anhydrous calcium chloride are not used, as ammonia being basic, we know that it is basic in nature. So what happens, it reacts with them and the need of our reaction destroys. So it is collected in inverted gas jar by the downward displacement of air, because it is lighter than air and it is highly soluble in water, and therefore it cannot be collected over water. As we know that ammonia and ammonium compounds are highly soluble in water, so that is why they are also not referred as minerals. So you may have noticed many times that there is a pungent smell whenever you encounter a decaying heap of organic matter or a toilet. It is due to this ammonia only. So it is usually in the form of free state, combined state. So then next we have that why ammonium salts on heating with alkalis give NH3, yet NH4NO3 and NH4NO2 on warming with alkalis do not produce ammonia because they decompose on heating. So this NH4NO3, which is ammonium nitrate, it decomposes to N2O and water, and thus it does not produce ammonia because it is highly explosive in nature, as well as this NH4NO2 also the same case. Then we have from metal nitrides. Ammonia can also be obtained from these metal nitrates, and seldom it is prepared by this only, but it is a very costly method, because ammonia and magnesium and aluminum are very costly. So for this we have reaction as magnesium nitride plus water gives us magnesium hydroxide, and ammonia gas is also liberated, but it remains in the flask and the liberated ammonia gas escapes through the delivery tube. This ammonia gas formed is collected by holding the jar with its mouth downwards over the delivery tube. So magnesium nitride, you can also see here that how this is obtained. Magnesium plus nitrogen gives us magnesium nitride, as well as for aluminium also you can see aluminium nitride is obtained and calcium nitride is also obtained. So this is all the setup of this, that there is a warm water, magnesium nitride is here, then ammonia gas is liberated, and drying agent here is used is calcium oxide. Okay, so now we have preparation of aqueous ammonia. You know the meaning of aqueous, that it is a compound when it is dissolved in water. The rate of dissolution of ammonia in water is very high, therefore back suction of water is possible. So what happens, the funnel provides a large surface area for dissolution of ammonia in water, and thus prevents the back suction of water into the hot flask. So it provides larger surface to spread out. Okay, then what happens, to avoid this, a funnel is attached and the outer end of the delivery tube with the rubber tubing, and then water is taken in a container, and only a small portion of the mouth of the funnel is dipped in it. So as a result, the rim of the funnel loses its contact with water. Since ammonia produced pushes the water down, the funnel comes in contact with water again, and in this way ammonia dissolves in water without back suction of water. So this was for the preparation of aqueous ammonia. So for this reaction also you can write ammonia plus water gives us ammonium hydroxide, and this is the reversible reaction for it.